In the ancient city of Jerusalem, under the blazing sun, King Solomon sat upon his throne, cloaked in robes of royal splendor. His wisdom was legendary across the land, gifted by God in response to his earnest request for an understanding heart. Solomon's counsel drew people from distant lands, as everyone sought the just and perceptive judgments he was known for. One day, a dispute was brought before him. Two women stood in the royal court, each claiming to be the mother of a newborn child. The first woman tearfully pleaded, "My lord, we both live in the same house, and this woman's child died in the night. She swapped her dead baby with mine. This living child is mine." The other woman denied the accusation, her voice quivering with anger as she declared, "No, my lord, this child is mine. The other woman's child died, she is the one lying." The crowd murmured, curious about how even the great King Solomon could unravel such a twisted claim. Solomon studied both women, his expression calm yet penetrating. He had encountered many disputes before, yet each time, he looked deeper, recognizing that true justice demanded an understanding of the human heart. After a moment of silence, Solomon spoke, "Bring me a sword." The court fell into a stunned hush as a guard stepped forward, sword in hand. Solomon's gaze remained fixed on the two women as he declared, "Cut the living child in two. Give half to one woman and half to the other." The crowd gasped, horrified by what seemed an impossible judgment. But at that moment, the first woman, her face twisted in anguish, cried out, "No, my lord. Give her the child, do not kill him." She fell to her knees, her arms stretched forward in surrender. The other woman, however, shrugged coldly and said, "If I can't have him, then let neither of us have him." A knowing look crossed Solomon's face. With a voice as steady as the sun's rise, he pointed to the first woman. "Give her the child," he said. "She is his true mother." The court erupted in praise and astonishment, and word of Solomon's unmatched wisdom spread far and wide. But Solomon did not revel in this fame, rather, he returned to the quietness of his chambers, contemplating the profound nature of justice. In the solitude of his study, he reflected, wisdom is not just knowing what is right but understanding the heart. True justice seeks to protect, not harm. The essence of wisdom is compassion, knowing when to give and when to withhold, when to act and when to restrain. Over the years, Solomon pondered the mysteries of life and the limits of human understanding. He wrote poems and proverbs, speaking of the fleeting nature of wealth and the traps of vanity. He understood that wisdom was a double-edged sword, best wielded by a heart seeking to uplift rather than condemn. In his later years, Solomon reflected on the nature of wisdom as a divine gift. He saw wisdom as a reflection of God's will, a torch guiding those willing to seek the light. His kingdom flourished, not only in wealth and power but in justice, compassion, and the love of truth. And so, Solomon's name lived on, not merely as a king of riches or grandeur, but as a ruler who dared to seek wisdom above all else. His words echoed through the generations, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is understanding." Solomon's legacy became a symbol of wisdom and justice, a reminder that true greatness lies not in strength or riches, but in the humble pursuit of understanding and compassion.